Mistral's flagship language model doesn't just match GPT-4 Turbo, it's actually 3 times faster. And you can download the weights yourself. That means for the first time, there's a truly open-source LLM that rivals OpenAI without all the API lock-in, price hikes, or the headaches of US jurisdiction we've complained about all year. Up to now, most engineers figured open-source models would lag behind. Limited size, outdated benchmarks, sluggish inference. Not anymore. The gap is closed. In fact, Mistral is ahead when it comes to speed. Here's why this is such a big deal right now. Until this week, your choices were pretty bleak. Pay for slow, pricey proprietary APIs, or settle for open-source models with half the power and unreliable performance. Mistral AI breaks through that bottleneck. If you're a developer or CTO who wants full control, especially outside the US, you finally have a real option. You can self-host, customize, and deploy at scale. For startups, it's less vendor lock-in. For governments, it's legal compliance without losing power. The team behind Mistral, ex-Meta and Google brain engineers, aren't just chasing benchmarks. They're building for production. And with $415 million in funding, the market is ready for this shift. Here's the concrete news. Mistral just released Mistral Large, a model with 3 times faster inference than GPT-4 Turbo. Plus, the weights are available for download. Training was led by top engineers who shipped everything in under a year, with major rounds from Andreessen Horowitz, Lightspeed, and others. The benchmark scores are impressive. Mistral Large scored 86.5 on MMLU, a direct rival to GPT-4. It also outperforms Llama 3 in reasoning and coding challenges. But here's the kicker. Mistral's license is permissive for commercial use. You can self-host, deploy in your own stack, or optimize for enterprise workflows. No laptops, no permission requests, no NDAs. Here's the technical insight most people miss. Mistral Large uses a mixture of experts architecture. Instead of pushing every token through a single massive transformer, it routes requests to smaller specialist submodules, activating only the experts needed for each query. Think sharding, but even smarter. This reduces inference time dramatically. For developers, this lets you deploy high-performance LLMs on regular cloud infrastructure, scale up parallel requests without bottlenecks, and cut costs. Latency is half of GPT-4 Turbo, and you finally get granular control. If you're building custom AI features or optimizing for the edge, open weights mean you can tune, prune, and push models into production your own way. No more black box guessing. Actual transparency for your workflow. Looking ahead, the industry impact over the next year is huge. OpenAI's monopoly crackles. European startups and governments who want AI sovereignty don't have to compromise. Mistral gives them power, speed, and legal compliance. API sellers, they're on the way out. You can plug Mistral directly into SaaS, products, even hardware, without middlemen. Hugging Face and AWS are immediate winners. Their platforms host Mistral models and support BYO hardware. If you need to deploy tens of thousands of tokens per second, this is the competitive edge you've been waiting for. Google, Microsoft, and Anthropic, their open source offerings just don't compare. Over the next 6 to 12 months, expect a wave of startup launches, new tools, and real enterprise migrations away from OpenAI's APIs. Here's my take. Most people are missing how transformative this is. Mistral isn't just another model on a leaderboard. It's the start of real, developer-driven competition in LLMs. This is underrated, plain, and simple. They're not just matching GPT-4, they're bringing practical, controllable, and production-ready alternatives that make building products cheaper and way more flexible. If you're serious about shipping,